Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to The Average Fisherman. It's been a long time since I've done an inside video. I've been busy out catching fish and stuff like that. But this is something that I have been wanting to do a review on for quite some time. As you guys know, just as a disclaimer, this channel is completely unsponsored and will always be so. These items that I do reviews on, I spend my own money on, and then I go out and spend what I feel an adequate amount of time using them before I come back to do reviews on them, so you guys can trust what I say to be my honest opinion that is unbiased. So this has been really hard for me because I've had these two things for several months now, okay? And I've been very careful not to use them on videos so that nobody saw me using them and stuff like that and everything else. But at this point, I've had them both for about 3 months, and I feel like I can officially come back and give you guys a solid review based on actual use and my own actual opinions about these things. So, what's the first one? It is this. The Abu Garcia Fantasista X casting reel. My version is in 7-foot, medium heavy, extra fast. And I think they retail for $345 or something like that, just shy of $350. I didn't pay that amount for mine. I actually used a whole bunch of points for a rewards card that I had. So I actually paid way less than that, but that doesn't matter. The version that I have, this one, it weighed in at exactly 4.23 ounces. So it's a 7-foot medium heavy extra fast rod that is 4.23 ounces. I mentioned that because in a previous video or rod review, one of the subscribers to the channel wrote back to me and said, you know, hey, it'd be great if you gave the weight of the rods and stuff that you're reviewing. So 4.23 ounces for this sucker. Now, what is my opinion of this? This is not something you guys are used to hearing me say. And it's not something that I say lightly at all, okay? So that I just want to premise that. This is not something that I would normally say about a product or anything like that. And it's not something that I say without understanding the gravity of what I'm about to say. Go get one of these, okay? You have to have one of these. This casting rod is amazing. Okay, I have the PLX Tournament Edition Veritas rods, which are super nice rods. Don't get me wrong, they're awesome. This thing is, it's amazing. Okay, this is a phenomenal rod. It uses titanium guides with zircon inserts. The hook keeper is here, which I actually prefer than on the front side, and it's malleable, so you can bend it wherever you want. It has the carbon Fuji reel seats, the carbon fiber bottom reel handle here, and this is high density EVA lightweight foam. So I paired this with a reel that I'm going to review. That's the second review that I'm doing, which is the Revo MGX. In order to make it, I was building a super lightweight, or as lightweight as possible, combo that I could use bait casting and throwing lighter baits with and stuff like that. What I can tell you guys is this. This is about as high-end of equipment as you'll ever see me get. I see no reason to go any higher than this, considering the price point and where it sits in the lineup of Abu Garcia's equipment as far as rods and stuff go, okay? So this will be the top of the line that you'll ever see me using. And like I said, I've used it for several months now. Ever since they first came out, I was on a waiting list for one, and it came in, and I've been using it on the slick, you know, keeping it out of my videos and stuff. At full retail price, like I said, at $350, this is going to be like the most expensive equipment that you'll ever see me use. I don't really feel the need to go any higher than this. In fact, the only more expensive thing that they make, and it's not even out yet, are the Xenon rods. Which are closer to $500, and you'll just never see me using stuff like that. So this for me is what I would consider to be ultra premium. Other people are like, well, you know, it's technically like high mid-range, and yeah, to you it might be high mid-range, but to me, a working guy who pays for his own shit, you know, this is pretty expensive. So I can honestly tell you guys though, even though I didn't pay anywhere near the 350 price point, dude, it is worth every penny. This rod is extremely flickable and lightweight. Extraordinary sensitivity on this thing, just extraordinary. And it's the Powerlux 500. It is exceptional equipment. I would highly recommend this to everybody. I got it medium heavy instead of my normal heavy. Everybody knows that I like to throw the stiffer rods and stuff like that. But at medium heavy on this thing, this is plenty stiff enough, I promise you. And it's got enough of a backbone. And with the Xfast, or what a lot of people refer to as the extra sensitive tip, I don't need the heavy action. So this is a little more versatile. And at 4.23 ounces, coupled with a reel that weighs 5, I'm looking at a combination that weighs right around 9 ounces, which is exceptionally lightweight, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'll give them more, now that I've actually shown it to you guys on the channel, it means I can actually go out and fish with it on video and show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to this. This is a fantastic piece of equipment. I would not hesitate to buy this any day of the week. If you can find it or use your points or something to get it, go get this damn thing and get it right now if you're a fishing fanatic. So why am I going up to this higher level of equipment? Well, see, the thing is, if you'd asked me a few years ago what my main hobby was, like if you'd asked me this like 3, maybe 4 years ago, I would have told you hunting by far was like my favorite hobby that I have, okay? Then I had this surgery happen on my arm where I was in therapy and my arm was broken. I won't get into that. And now my hand doesn't work well when my wrist is at any kind of angle and I can't turn it, okay? So I can't turn my wrist and stuff anymore to hold a firearm. At least a heavier firearm that makes me an effective hunter anymore. So I kind of swapped over to fishing. I've been a fisherman my whole life, don't get me wrong, but now I consider it to be my main hobby. It's my main source of relaxation and fun. So I don't look at things from a raw cost point of view, and I'm not so analytical that I think of things strictly from a cost benefit, point of view. For me, being as it's my main form of relaxation at this time because of what happened to my right hand, I look at my equipment as a means to an end. So if I'm having more fun using this certain equipment, then the money was well spent for me, because it's really the only outdoor sport that I'm able to participate in anymore, since I'm not really able to use my right hand that well. I can still move my fingers as long as my wrist stays in line with the bones of my arm, but the minute I turn it out, my fingers don't work anymore, and that kind of stuff. So fishing is my main hobby at this point. And I get things based upon, how much fun do I have with this equipment, and will it increase the satisfaction and the amount of fun that I'm having. So that's how I look at things when I'm buying new fishing equipment or getting new fishing equipment is, since it's the main hobby that I have, will I have more fun using X, or is it unnecessary for me to have more fun and I will just use what I have before? The reason I got this is because when I'm throwing my standard, which is the PLX tournament with the Revo SX reel, even though I'm using mostly my left hand to cast these reels and stuff, it wears my right arm out because I'm missing a lot of muscle in my forearm in this area that just doesn't work anymore since the surgery that I had, the ORIF. I just don't have a lot of muscle here anymore. That's because it was paralyzed in the surgery, and it really hurts. So I needed to go down to something that was super lightweight that I don't have to use so much effort for in order to cast and catch fish, okay? But even though it fits my circumstances very well, this, even if you have no problems with your hands like I do, this is an excellent piece of equipment, okay? I will not hesitate to recommend this to everybody if you're in the market for an upper level a rod. This will not disappoint you guys. It's an amazing rod. It's phenomenal, and it's super, super sensitive, okay? I cannot say enough good things about the Fantasista X. Like I said, mine's in 7 foot. The 7.5 foot that I have in the heavy in the PLX Tournament Edition sometimes is a little too long. So I wanted something a little lighter and, well, lighter weight, meaning medium heavy instead of heavy. And it's something a little shorter because I like bank fishing quite a bit. So that's why I went with this one. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. The ultimate fishing rod that I own is the Abu Garcia Fantasista X, 7-foot medium heavy, extra fast, 4.23 ounces, and guys, it's amazing. I cannot say this enough times. Go out and get this sucker right now if you had the finances available to do it. If you had the points built up on a card like I did, and you can discount this thing down to less than $100 like I did, dude, do not even think twice about that. For $98, shit, man, this is a no-brainer. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Go out and get this rod right now. You will not be disappointed. I'm going to get rid of this and get off of here and then go upload this video, and I'm going to make the video on the reel that I'm pairing this rod with right after this. Tight lines, my friends.